Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, Daniel. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is Deshaun Hand in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Daniels. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
So a big one there to start the drive. A pickup of 44 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 10 yards to go.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers.
A 49-yard
This one
attempt.
from just under 50 yards. Dicker's kick
The kick
is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
Commanders nothing.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return is Luke McCaffrey. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Washington will
The
take
Commanders'
over first and
offense
10.
ready now for their second drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Two on this one before being taken back.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Washington.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Washington.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
At the 36-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now a give, it's the middle, and he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Daniels to throw on second down. Forced out wide. Now he takes off. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise moves as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not, and you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dante Jackson.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Chargers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Lad McConkey. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
10 yards.
It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
1st and 10.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 12
They
yards.
get 12 yards on that pass. First down, LA.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Run between the tackles for a head. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
Chargers.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
brings up
A bit of a quick
and
hitter
7.
here, and what you're hoping
At the
for, Mike, is that the
Commanders'
defense can't react
38-yard
quickly
line.
enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll go with Hampton. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Chargers first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there. He picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
They'll run here, and this is Hassan Haskins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On 2nd down, a run with Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
A 34-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Still in search for their first points in this one. We're only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass caught. That's Lane. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. Throwing on second down. Daniel. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Daniels. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
Up the middle they go. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll go play action here with Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Throwing now, Daniel. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attack. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
the field goal. Back out is Gay to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap, and we give it to Hampton. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play, and the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
On play action now, Herbert. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from 45 yards away. And this is blocked. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
So they clearly have a beat on this kicking unit. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. They either have a tip on the long snapper or the holder. But either way, in this case, they're able to time the snap count perfectly, gain an advantage on the outside, and come away with a huge block.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give on the ground, and he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Daniels. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Tress Way now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Herbert. He's got his tight end, Orlando Gadsden, the 2nd. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Hampton trying to work inside. And he's going to have a 1st down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Chargers 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Herbert now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
That is left side and taken in by Allen.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. On the out, connected with Allen. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
50-yard line.
Second and 5. Throwing again, Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Herbert to the air again. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He gets this one complete to Johnston. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
7-yard line.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Now Herbert again. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
4th and goal.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. There's Ertz. He's got it right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Daniels. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10.
Switching. Check.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, right back to Hampton. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Trey Amos there to make the tackle.
A gain of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Throwing now is Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
12 yards.
12 yards on that hookup. First down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Hampton. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. And he will take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Beyond midfield to the 45. And he will score. Ja'Cory Krusty-Merritt, touchdown Commanders. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
Commanders 10, Chargers 9.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Another run here with Hampton. Past midfield to the 45. And he'll be taken down. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Charger first down.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll run with Haskins. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Hampton. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll try to run for it with Hampton. And he'll have the 1st down at the 26. A good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
Great work there by the interior of this offensive line, the center, the 2 guards, really working together to create that hole up the middle. And then it's just the vision of the back, Mike. There's a fine line between hitting that full speed, but also having a little bit of patience to let that play develop.
The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
On the ground, Hampton. And he will go forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll try and get there on the ground. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That is caught to the goal line and in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2.
The Chargers will line up.
They'll let Hampton try to run for it. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Daniel's going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, his quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And that is incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Run between the tackles for Hampton. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
A gain of 6. And the Chargers 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
This is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's out of bounds, gain of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 5.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
1st down, Washington.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Ooh. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Commanders.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll motion over Samuel. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
First down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
Slot man in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Short one there, he's got Ertz. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Washington.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Chris Rodriguez. Touchdown, Washington. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2.
Washington will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and up the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on, and he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Finding room across midfield. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
27 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. A handoff here with Haskins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Herbert now on first down. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
First down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Hampton. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick them.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw, it's Herbert. That'll be caught, and he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
Cameron Dicker.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Daniel. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
Perfectly timed blitz there by the linebacker. Remember, when you go empty backfield, there's no extra protection. All you have is the 5 offensive linemen. It could be feast or famine, but in this case, when you time it right, man, there is no back there to help protect the quarterback, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Daniels now going to look to throw. That'll be taken in by Moore. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. Do they try to slow play this and try to score without giving the ball back? Or do they try to strike as quickly as possible? So first things first, they got to convert this 3rd down.
The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap, and we give it to Hampton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now, Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
At the 40-yard line.
A give left side for Hampton. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Third, they need 8. They'll drop to throw. He gets this one complete to Johnston. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.